Take a look now at Waverly, Virginia, where a state of emergency was declared. 53 reported tornadoes in just the last 48 hours. They stretch from Texas up to Virginia, and at least 8 weather-related deaths and more than 70,000 people without power this morning. We have full team coverage tracking it all, and we begin with ABC's Gio Benitez in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Good morning to you, Gio.
Amy, good morning to you. The rain is still coming down, and there is just so much debris all over the place. Just take a look behind me. This house and barn just completely destroyed, and we're seeing damage like this all across the east.
Overnight, a tornado emergency. Twisters touching down along the East Coast. A state of emergency issued in Virginia after a tornado went tearing through the farming town of Waverly.
Everything on Main Street is down, damaged, some houses. One house was caught on fire.
4 people were killed, including a toddler. The search continues this morning for more victims. In North Carolina, this twister caught on camera.
It was pretty terrifying.
Felt like the whole house was shaking.
7 houses ripped apart and dozens more suffering major damage.
It's amazing that no one is hurt with all the damage we have.
And in the Midwest, whiteout conditions creating havoc for drivers. In Illinois, highways littered with cars after nearly a foot of wet snow fell. Overnight torrential rain slamming the Northeast. Blinding conditions forcing drivers to pull off roads. Winds packing such a powerful punch, this semi-tractor trailer getting knocked to its side on New York City's heavily trafficked George Washington Bridge. Power lines downed and igniting across New Jersey. And in Philadelphia, winds dropping trees on cars and houses. The storm forcing nearly 3,000 flight cancellations, 1,200 flights into and out of Chicago alone.
And back here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, we can tell you the National Weather Service will be coming out here to look at this damage to see if that was caused by a tornado or not. But the good news right now, perhaps a miracle, no injuries and no deaths reported, Sam.
Unbelievable, Gio, and the damage there. So what they'll look for in this is whether the straight line winds was just a pushing damage, or they'll look to see if there was a twist. If there's a twist, pow, tornado. Now, if you think that February storms aren't powerful, just look at the size of that tornado. This is just one of them that we were talking about, that one in Evergreen, Virginia. Now let's get to Waverly, Virginia, a town that's waking up this morning destroyed, a town that's looking around and realizing that at least 3 members of their community are dead this morning. Philip Minna is there live. Hey, Philip, just tell us what you see around there. Again, monster storm.
Sam, good morning. The devastation in this town is just striking. As we mentioned, right here is where those 3 people were killed, including that toddler. But the trailer they were in when the storm hit is nowhere to be found. All that is left are these piles of lumber and twisted metal. And over there, the remnants of what was just yesterday a functioning laundromat. You can see the change machine and that orange washing machine now just out in the open air. Authorities here are still assessing the damage. Everyone has been accounted for, but it's going to be months before they can rebuild. So, Sam, just a devastating blow to this community.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, Philip. I got to tell you, when people walk out the door and they can't realize where their streets are or where the markers that they knew every day in their neighborhood, it's unbelievable. And this storm isn't done yet. We still have some power behind it. Thank you, Philip. We've got a big blast of cold air. Some areas will still get some snow. We've got some snow wrapping around the Great Lakes. And in this was a big snow system as well. 15 inches in some cases in Indiana, 10 inches near Flint, Michigan. You'll get more snow today. This cold air charges on in. These are the winter storm warnings that are still out for that remaining cold air. So watch that low pull away, and then know we've got some big changes in the Northeast, all the way in the Great Lakes coming as well. Watch these temperatures from the 50s today, pow, to the 20s Friday morning, Saturday morning, just 12 degrees in Burlington, Sunday morning, 31 degrees. Take a look at that cold air in New York City. Now, it does bounce back by the end of the weekend, but right now it's cold and windy coming in behind all that storm damage.
Heavy coats back on here. Okay, yeah. Sam, thanks very much.